Pickacard. What are you known for? Here are your options, and I'll see what you're reading. Hi friends, my name is Griselle with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 1, you chose this lovely image on the right hand of the screen, and your downloads go as follow. What are you known for? Pile number 1, you have a dystopian mindset and a way of navigating the world. Think Mad Max, The Matrix, Logan's Run, and or The Hunger Games. You could be interested in animal husbandry, agriculture, medicine derived from Mother Earth. Also, I saw electric energy, quick mind, and tech savvy. So, those are downloads. We're going to go ahead and get a little bit more information during the shuffle in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, welcome. Pile number 1, I am so grateful to have you here. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you do indeed find something helpful, hopeful, or at least amusing. And if you are one of those repeat offenders that I so love, you know that I'm very grateful. Thank you again. So, what are you known for? This reading is inspired but not affiliated with Star Beauty Tarot. I love her readings. So, pile number 1, you have the 7 of Staves. You have the 9 of Arrows. Well, right off the bat, we can look and there's a little bit of like lore to this, or a little bit of fantasy, or a little bit of fairy tale. Maybe that's what I'm thinking or feeling. Pile number 1, right off the bat, we have you being very defensive. You're seen as being very defensive, or you're known for having really clear boundaries. And even you're known as someone who will push up against someone who doesn't necessarily have an intention on crossing you. So I think that you make your boundaries known way beforehand. I think that's your typical MO, okay? And nothing wrong with that. I just think that people can think, wow, that's a little bit surprising, you know? But also, pile number 1, I feel like you are known for having foresight. And other people don't really comprehend or understand it. I feel like you have the ability to understand where danger lies, or where danger could be, or where perhaps even like some dualistic mindset or a potential threat or potential problem might lie. And you really strive to circumvent that. You make your terms under no uncertain circumstances very clear and known. But I also feel pile number 1 that you could be known for, we have the 9 of Arrows right here. This is about anxiety. You could be somebody who carries high anxiety. You carry anxiety in your body. And also I'm being kind of led to think about those training programs at the 3-letter government agencies. I just don't even want to risk name dropping something like that. They put people through training like this in order to detect like where that stress is going in the body. So they can conduct, for example, like a certain test and try to get a baseline on you and see, okay, when this person is stressed out, this is what they do. This is what they go for. Are they a typical, I'm going to reach for a drink? Are they a typical, I can't sleep at night? They start pacing. Do they start moving their leg around? That kind of a thing. So I feel like for whatever reason, I think that you're analytical, but I also feel like other people understand that you're super analytical simply because you've undergone a lot of experiences, maybe with big dragons, with big obstacles that you needed to overcome. And maybe perhaps these obstacles that you need to overcome were in your own home, is a feeling that I'm getting. This could be like coming from your childhood, stemming from childhood, or a place where you thought that you were safe and at peace, and lo and behold, you were harboring a dragon, or it wound up being that you were trying to decorate the dragon's lair, right? That could be a thing as well. So I feel like also you are known to have a lot of power, okay? A lot of powerful foresight, but a lot of power physically as well. Pile number 1, before I reveal your flanking cards, if you could please do me a solid, if this sounds like you, If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, and also don't forget to click on that cute little notification bell, that was hard to say, in order to see when further videos drop. What are you known for? You are known for being somebody that has experienced an incredible awakening, but not just one. I feel like you're also somebody who, look at the little birds here. Let's get in here. Pile number one. Not only have you experienced an awakening, you've had a catalyst. I feel like there's been some gossip about this. Also, yeah, that makes sense to me with the Psyche being present right here. This could have been even Cupid, okay? Cupid and Psyche. I feel like this could have been even a situation where a love connection or someone that you love served to really wake you up. And there's a lot of gossip about that, by the way. You could be known for someone who has experienced an awakening and you in turn want to wake other people up. Now, pile number one, if this is making sense, if you know, then you know, okay? I feel like you would be somebody who is well-versed in things like the movies that I mentioned during your downloads, like Mad Max and The Matrix and Logan's Run. The Hunger Games is one of my all-time favorite kind of dystopian movies, I guess you can call it. But regardless, I feel like you're known for having very pure motives and a desire to really root and ground other people as well. I feel like also you could be known for the way that you speak or your words because of the little birds here. And maybe perhaps that you really deal with people on a one-on-one situation. Like, I don't think that you're going to stand up on a platform and say, hey, you guys need to wake up, or this is what's going on, or, you know, whatever, and so on and so forth. You could be my conspiracy theorist, quote unquote, which those are proven correct all the time. Why are we still calling it that? Conditioning. But that's my brain. Pile number one, I feel also that you could have a lot of people like look at you dubiously and wonder, are you serious? I've looked at people like that before and I'm like, are you serious? All you're talking about is like how wonderful this lotion smells and you've gone on for like 40 minutes about it. And I'm looking at you like, are you messing with me? Is there something more that I'm missing? Is this like scent of the perfume? Is this like a code for something? Because I really don't get it. So you could be someone like that, that you're like, you know, to the point and maybe perhaps a little bit of an overthinker, right? Let's see what we have here. Wisdom. So definitely you are the wise one of the village. Out of the family, people come to you. People, you could even be known for reading books to children or even to adults. I know once upon a time, I would read books or my mom would ask me to read, or I would want to read something to her and it would put her to sleep like fast. So the story wasn't really the point. It's just the, you know, to get some good sleep. Apparently it's pretty funny. But I feel like you could be really well-read, or people think that you're really well-read, also with the veil around her mouth. I'm going to say that what you're known for is that you speak a fraction of what you see, and people are actually riveted by this. They're fascinated. I feel like you could have people like behind you trying to kind of glean the same information or try to understand what it is that you're looking at so that they in turn have wisdom as well. It's like, well, pile number one knows things, and I want to know things, and how come I don't understand or I don't get the same message out of this movie? If you watch Gladiator and you get a whole different message than other people. Or if you go to a game and you kind of watch, you know, whatever transpires with like the referee interjecting here and there, and whether, you know, pro and con or good or bad, you have a different view and a different take on things. And I feel like people are a little bit fascinated by the way that you look at things, but also most of all, I feel like with your ability to have this foresight here and your ability and your willingness to take on dragons, by the way, when nobody else wants to. This person is like fighting by themselves, but they have like the moon, almost like a halo, almost like a saint-like quality about them. And I feel, pile number one, that you do have the saint-like quality about you that is really attracting other people. Also that you are known for. And I'm hearing in a word in my head, I'm hearing martyrdom, but I don't feel like you're a martyr. Like, you're like, let me sacrifice myself for others. Not like that, but I feel like you're willing to go through any lengths in order to wake them up, help them along their awakening, help them along the dark night of the soul, and so on and so forth. So, pile number one, you have imagination. Yeah, and people could actually actively be talking about how, like, you have an active imagination, how you see things so differently, and how when you draw out a picture, let's say that you had somebody who was blind, right? And you're like, let me describe this scene for you. Like the scene that you would lay out for other people. It could be something simple as like going to family dinner or going to see a movie or what show you watch or what book you're reading and so on is so vastly different than what other people observe that they actually want to experience that again. They want that family dinner on tape. They want to experience it through your eyes. They actually want the camera locked and loaded into a pair of Ray-Ban, what are they called? Those Ray-Ban glasses that like record everything. You know, I'm all girl. I should know that, but I don't remember what they're called. Meta glasses. Anyways, yeah, they would want to have you sit wherever it is you're sitting, and they want to see through your eyes, and they want to clock, okay, this is where she got this from, or he got this from, and so on and so forth. Whatever it is, you could be somebody who meticulously logs things, information. Imagination now sets me free, divine ones. I send my thanks to thee. You could also be divinely inspired. I feel like also you could utilize lessons like anything with a dragon, or you could be a storyteller in order to liberate and shake things up and change people, because I'm seeing the number 5 right here. The number 4 is like about stability and solid. You are somebody who has a great imagination, but also the number 1 tells me individuality. So you come across as authentically you, incredibly different. When you add them together, of course, you get the vibration number 5, which is all about change. I feel like you change people's perspective. I feel like you change how they look, how they see, how they think, how they smell, how they taste, all the things. If they were to just really be privy to you, if they were to even comfort you during your stresses, or if you were somebody who's willing to be open with them about things like that, or even I mean, look at the look on her face. She's like, I don't know if you need to be touching me. Like, what are we doing here? What do you want? That kind of a thing. So you could be really quite standoffish, or you could be prone to, in some ways, I feel like people might think that you are prone to fancy. What are you known for? Is a lot goes on in your mind. You could be the original brainiac, but also that it takes a lot for that to come forward into, I don't know, into the physical world. Like people, you tend to retain things until a long period of time has passed. Maybe when you feel safe, maybe perhaps when you feel like you can trust people and so on. 11:11 on the clock right now, pile number 1. But I feel like you are known for somebody that when you speak, people see truth and people have an awareness and people have awakenings around you and people actually get alarmed, okay? Because it could seem like you are telepathically connecting with them or speaking on something that they just talked about days ago, or that you are peering into their hearts, and that's highly uncomfortable. I feel like people definitely don't say this to you, but they definitely feel it. So pile number 1. What? Yeah, you have psychic protection. Around me now, a shield of gold. Protect me strong and bold. I feel like pile number 1, you could feel, or you could be known for having divine protection, psychic protection. I'm hearing the words highly favored, by the way. I feel like you're highly favored by, yes, mankind, but also highly favored by spirit, and people know this about you. I think it's really beautiful. And I also feel like, even though this is psychic protection here, other people want to shield your vision. They want to shield what you can see into their heart and into their soul, that kind of a thing. Especially those that don't know you. They think that you're going to use it for nefarious reasons if you could see clear right through them. Not understanding that you're actually really a gentle giant and you're all about like protection. I feel like you're somebody who really protects people. You protect humanity. You're a great protector. Good for you. I love that. Pile number 1. Let's see. Why? Oh, what are you known for? I'm all, why? Nope. What are you known for? Pile number 1. What are you known for? Lilith. Let's get this coming clear here and appreciate. You best appreciate my new cards. Just kidding. Lilith, the first woman. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose to live the life I desire to live. Yeah, you could be seen as a little bit rebellious, as a little bit contrary to, I don't know, social templates, social expectations, and so on. You could be somebody who, I'm hearing the witch that lives on the hill. Okay, whatever. I mean, if That's what it is, right? So maybe perhaps you could be seen as a hermit or somebody who's incredibly beautiful, incredibly attractive, and yet you hold yourself away from other people. You are separated because you definitely don't think like other people. And this is a big draw for other people as well. You're known for holding people at bay or keeping secrets, keeping confidences of other people for sure. And last but not least, your name could literally start with L. Layla, is it Layla? Layla? The saint of spoken words. I'm all smoking words. Well, who knows? Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. Yeah, you are really powerful. And people start seeing that, you know what, they don't have to kind of conduct themselves in a certain way if it isn't conducive, if it doesn't make sense. Ignore that polisher. It doesn't even exist, okay? I'm going to say, like, you help people see the forest for the woods. You help people see the big picture with these halos. This feels like a moon, and this just feels like a saintly halo. And then, of course, she's got that beautiful bindi. You guys could be, I don't know, of Indian descent, of indigenous. You could really enjoy being naked. I mean, I can't say that on regular, you know, YouTube. Goodness forbid. I mean, the body is not to be shown or spoken of. Okay, one last card. What are you known for? I feel like you do have a tendency to kind of make a mockery of like routine social things. And maybe you're somebody that you're like, you know what, in my house, I go around totally naked. And if you happen to stop by my house and you don't text me or let me know, I might greet you at the door this way. So you might have some really unconventional ways of thinking and doing things that really kind of shocks people. Oh, wow. Beautiful. White buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Yeah. I feel like you're just incredibly clear and direct with your communication. You are known for somebody who is really tied to their ancestry, their ancestral lines, their bloodline. I feel like you have a lot of people like backing you up, and a lot of people that doubted you, by the way. Lots of people. I'm getting a ton of crown chakra activation right now. You might be somebody that you've had your crown chakra activated for a long time, and people are just now starting to see you for whom you really are and the gifts that you bring. But what they really don't understand is that you're here to help them to break through, to really fight their own dragons, whatever that is. Wasn't that guy in Imagine Dragons? Didn't he do something with, I could be wrong, with that 6-part show of the fall of the Cabal? If you know, you know. And actually, I probably shouldn't say that because I might get in trouble for that as well. But anyways, something about dragons or Puff the Magic Dragon, there's that too. But I feel like you help people to slay the dragons, imaginary and real. Most of all, I feel like you are known for helping people identify real dragons. So that you have this ability to separate and really understand that what lies beneath, that you can actually see people for what they really and truly are when they come to you in like human form, and yet you can see that they're a dragon or they're a snake in the grass, or they are, you know, whatever it is that you can see that they are. And people wind up appreciating this about you. It's like you have this connection. And I'm hearing, like with the high priestess, she, who knows? It could be he, who knows? So that is what I have for you. Pile number 1, much, much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Hi friends, my name is Grisel with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 2, you chose this lovely image on the right hand side of the screen. And your downloads go as follow. What are you known for? Pile number 2, you're known for being calm, cool, collected, a data gatherer. You process information and communicate factually. And I knew I was going to have a hard time reading that word. What did I write? Oh, linearly. I probably even misspelled it, but you'll never know because I'll tell myself anyways. Pile number 2, you have a calm disposition. You bring all the people that are overstimulated, highly imaginative for a tune-up. One of the logical kind. You're a kindred spirit, kind, an original brainiac as well. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get more information during the shuffle in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am so grateful to have you here. I hope that you find something that is helpful, hopeful. If not, then I hope that at least you find some amusement. And for those of you that are repeat offenders, I am so grateful to have you here. You guys crack me up. I am super just glad. I'm glad to be here. So what are you known for? Pile number 2, you have the Princess of Staves. You have the Princess of Arrows. Now, I almost said yarrow, and yarrow is a root. Maybe some of you guys like to drink that kind of a tea, or yarrow might be something of help to you right now for some reason. Brunhilde and Psyche, okay? Princess of Arrows and Princess of Wands of Staves. You're known for having a very fiery reaction. I feel like you could be very like quick to act. You want to be quick to like change things, transmute. Sometimes that can like really disrupt your balance, okay? I'm hearing that sometimes you could cause your own demise sometimes. And listen, this is not to be critical. I resemble those remarks, by the way. But sometimes in your haste to like act or have like a reaction or keep things pushing, keep it moving, whatever, you cause so many changes that you don't allow for a baseline or a level of stability or firmness of the ground to solidify under you. You're kind of like, all right, next. And it could make people's heads spin as well. But I feel like you are kind of more comfortable in the ethers, such as I am. And I feel like if you know, you know. Your mind could be a little bit like detached, and you could have a hard time grounding. You could need to like touch things or get your feet in grass and things like that. Isn't that like a real insult currently? Like, put your feet in grass. People are saying that online when you kind of get out of hand or something. If you guys know about that, let me know, because I was going to actually look into that because it made me laugh, but then I forgot. Anyways, Princess of Staves right here, I feel like you have a lot of fire within you as well. And you're like, ooh, I want to act on my ideas. I want to act on my emotions. I just want to do. You don't want to sit still, really. And I feel like you could be very psychic. Of course, I feel like that's a repeat. I don't know for a fact if all the backgrounds on these are different. I think they are, which means we probably have a repeat here, okay? But I feel like because of your psychic connection, your psyche, the way that you think about this, this is something that you're very well known for, is your ability to act quickly and maybe even hastily. Before I forget, pile number 2, if you can do me a quick favor and give me a like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're resonating thus far with this reading, that'll help me to be able to grow my channel, hopefully a little bit more. And also, if you could click on that notification bell, that will alert you whenever I drop further readings. Pile number 2, you have the Prince of Coins. And you have Desire. Oh, you got Desire with Tristan? What? Okay, Perseus and Tristan. So we have very slow and methodical movement, almost like that's a sacred heart symbol. At least that's how I'm seeing it. And we've got the Wiz, somebody who is very grounded. So that's interesting, because that seems like very opposite of what we just read about. But I feel like when people approach you, that's what it is. You're known for people approaching you. This is kind of weird. Why would people approach you slowly? Maybe because you're skittish. Maybe you're a little bit like you have bunny energy. Wow, that sounds really bad. But, well, you know what bunnies like. I mean, bunnies, they procreate, right? I'm just going to be really gentle and PC about this. But also, you could be somebody who's a little bit skittish. And I resemble that remark. If people come towards me too fast, or if they're too strong, or like if you make me suspicious at all, I'm going to be like, slow your roll, Joe, or whatever your name is, okay? And people know this about you. You could be known for that. Then we have Desire. I feel like you are, I'm sorry for laughing, but I feel like you're highly desired. I feel like people really want to come towards you, but you do a lot of like fast movement, or that's what it is. It's like you're unpredictable, pile number 2. So you could be known for being unpredictable. What works with other people would not normally work with you. Other people's reactions, like let's say some person would bring you like a box of chocolates and they're second guessing. They're like, I don't know if I should even do that. Maybe I should get, you know, palette number 2, a snow cone. I don't know why I thought of that. Or something like totally different, because I feel like they would have a knee-jerk reaction and accuse me of like bringing the same gift to all the, I literally heard in my head all the jotas and all the jotos. Okay, I don't know. But, hey, if this message doesn't pertain, ignore it. Okay, this is other people. And they think that, other people think that you would take offense to it because you need to be treated as special, and rightly so. What the heck? But yeah, with the Princess of Staves, I feel like you'd be all fiery, and other people think that you would make some really rapid moves if you thought for a minute that you were being treated as a cookie cutter, or like how other people would treat you, even if it's a best friend, even if it's a lover, potential lover, or a friend. It doesn't make a difference. Now, when people try approaching you also in love, I feel like people know that they need to come towards you slowly, and they need to come towards you like earnestly. Otherwise, you're like out of there. You don't mess around, okay? I don't think that you take like compliments lightly, and I also don't think that you have time to mess around because you're always on the move, and people just don't know what to expect from you. Pile number 2, what are you known for? Yeah. So pile number 2, you could be somebody who likes to study. You like to immerse yourself in knowledge and learning. And this can take many different forms. It doesn't always have to be a book. It could be, I heard hooked on phonics, okay. But it could be a book. You could like, I used to have this really big dictionary and I was always fascinated by it. I mean, I took that thing, it was huge. It was like the size of suitcase size almost. And I took it to Puerto Rico with me, and I hauled it back to the U.S. with me. I mean, I took that thing everywhere, and I thought it was freaking royalty because it was a royal volume, whatever, dictionary. Anyways, let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. So you could be somebody who loves to burn the midnight oil. Maybe look up different videos on how-tos, or maybe have books to do, things like that. Maybe you just like to channel and just download any information about any one subject that you possibly can. Oh, wow. So these are different. Okay. And then we have grace. So pile number 2, you're known for being graceful, for having grace. Maybe you extend grace to other people. You extend grace also. You judge people based on the level of knowledge that they have. And I'm not talking book smart or whatever. It could be. It could be. Maybe you do. Maybe you look at like when you talk to people, you're known for coming to their level. And you are very diverse. You could like really highly intellectualize things. You could quote dumb it down, but that would make sense that you're somebody who is very studious, especially pile number 2 if you're in like IT or in some kind of profession, or you're the IT person of your family or your friend group, whatever, right? That happens. I'm just going to say that you have the ability to really speak in such a manner that people understand. And you have a lot of grace and a lot of mercy for people that aren't necessarily quite on your wavelength. I know that I personally am not a good tech person. And whenever I reach out to somebody and I feel like I need help, I struggle with it. I struggle with asking for help, first of all. But I also struggle with like, you know, I'm like, you just feel dumb. Like I should know this, but I don't. Somebody help me. So I feel like you are known, pile number 2, for extending grace and helping people to really not feel that way, not feel foolish, not feel dumb for asking, and not feel like they need to really study things out for themselves and really understand the inner workings of whatever project they are engaging in, okay? So those are a couple of things that you are known for. But I feel like also people know that you're the quiet one, that you can even like calm things down, even though your mind moves like a mile a minute. And you could be a little bit dodgy when it comes to like emotions or things like that. You prefer to deal with facts maybe, and maybe that's why people are slow to come towards you, whether they need help or whether, I don't know. I feel like if they're really different from you, they really have to study. They have to get grounded. They know that they have to come towards you with a very practical foot. That's a weird way of saying it. Okay. So you got Sappho. Is it Sappho? The poetess. I love every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. The women. Okay. So this could be, you know, male, female, doesn't make a difference, but you could love every inch of your body. I feel like you could be somebody who really appreciates bodies in general. Like you appreciate the different shapes and the different textures and how people look and how people sound and what they bring to the table. You could also be very inclined to listen to music, or you're known for your music, or maybe perhaps you're that friend that when you get in the car with them, they're bumping some kind of music and you know it's on, like fingers off the stereo, this is my domain kind of a thing. You could be a musical connoisseur, and even actually accidentally intimidate other people around you because you're like, no, I just listen to the top 40. I don't know what you're listening to. That could be a thing. It could be. So you have Joan of Arc, the word of light. I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. Yeah. So I feel like you're very clear-minded, and when you give somebody eye contact, it is like laser. Otherwise, you're preoccupied with studying, and you're preoccupied with like being in your own brain, that kind of a thing. But when you do come down to this like 3D world, and you're not involved in all these pieces and puzzles moving together in your brain and trying to shift things or pivot or try to organize something, or try to design some program or improve upon it, whatever this is for you, you're making chess moves when you're like, you're playing Mahjong and the rest of us are on Connect 4, okay? Listen, don't knock Connect 4. I like it, okay? I like Connect 4. I said it. So, pile number 2, Mary Magdalene, the apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. Looks like she even has an egg right here, and it's almost like her solar plexus is like glowing right here. So something about like your confidence as well. I feel like you're a little bit like in the shadows. She's kind of hidden. She's a little bit like a dark figure, and it seems like she came out of her, I can't say it like that. I'm gonna say woman cave, but I didn't say that. I like man cave, whatever. Okay. And you could really like to be very grounded or very secure in situations, like very earthed, because you're working with things that are like 20 times the speed of, you're working with electricity, you're working with, again, computers, supercomputers. Maybe you're even like designing super highways or something that's super, I don't know your life. But you're known for this. You're known for whatever it is that your hands touch. Get electrified. I'm seeing 2 hands like, wow, that was pretty amazing, that kind of a thing. So what else are you known for? This is interesting. It's a little bit like across the board. A little bit. We have Miao Shen, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. And then we have this tiger right here. I don't know. You could have a connection to butterflies, many butterflies, a lot of different transformations and cherry blossoms. Somebody could be really connected to Japan and things like that. They could really enjoy travel, or they could read a lot of books, as I did once upon a time, and travel in their mind. Yeah. You can do that, you know. So pile number 2, what else do we have going on here? Listen, the budget was low, okay? So I travel via book. I'm hearing you send me. Okay. Zhou Quanjing. I don't know. Xuanjing. The mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. You could be somebody who you need a lot to decompress, or you do a lot of things ritualistically in order to decompress your mind. You would really benefit probably from a salt bath, like an Epsom salt bath specifically. You could really like dragons. You could have a connection to pile number 1 because they had a dragon in their reading as well. But you are open to like a lot of different possibilities, but they have to be rooted and grounded in like reality. So even though you could be a little bit of a dreamer, you are known for bringing those dreams into reality. And maybe perhaps you're somebody who doesn't really speak on these dreams or these ideas or these theories much. So you're known for being very, very pragmatic and incredibly graceful. I feel like you can overlook an offense. And I also feel like you're very tenderhearted. Like you're not going to allow somebody to be embarrassed in front of you if something does happen in front of you that's embarrassing. I think that you're going to kind of ignore it, turn a blind eye, and allow that to be the balm of people's souls. I know it sounds really weird, but that's what I'm getting. And pile number 2, you have, why am I trying to pronounce these words? I'm not gonna. The goddess of light. We're all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. So I feel like maybe you help to bring about the sacredness and the beauty of other people. You could have like really beautiful eyebrows on fleek. You could wear hair pieces. You could not, but I'm just saying, a lot of you guys could love like kimonos or have something very different about what you like to wear. I have a kimono that I really like to read in, by the way. Not that you need to know that, but here we are. You could wear unusual jewelry. You could have really, really long hair or have distinct eyes, very distinctive eyes. But your crown chakra is definitely popping. I feel like you're open to a lot of information, and that you also in turn translate that to mere mortals like myself. Okay, and what I mean by that is like numbers and ideas and philosophies and things that sometimes some of us are not privy for. And they say like the world is actually made of like all math, and it's mathematically inclined. Everything has a mathematical vibration and such, and you could be privy to all those things and really understand quite a bit more than the rest of us are seeing. Last card, we have Fatima, the mother of imams. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Yeah, you could really, again, something about like these beautiful umbrellas or kind of like Asian decor or kind of like very enriched kind of a vibration, or is it hieroglyphics? I don't know. You could decode things. I feel like you're a decoder, whatever that is. You're definitely a decoder. And you do so with like a love and a joy, but I feel like what you don't see, maybe you do, but some of you guys don't see is how close that makes you to spirit. Like you're elevating in some way, shape, and form that some of us don't really understand. You're transmuting that energy and even speaking almost like a light language or light code, or a code that other people don't really quite comprehend just yet. And yours isn't totally like developed yet, maybe, but I feel like that is being brought out into the open, especially this upcoming year. Whenever it is that you happen to catch this reading, because they're timeless, that's what I'm feeling for you. So yeah, that you know more than you think you know is basically what that boils down to. 17 minutes in, you're welcome. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you. Much, much love to you. Until next time, namaste. Hi friends, my name is Grisel with Toughdolltarot, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 2, you chose this lovely image on the right hand side of the screen. And your downloads go as follow. What are you known for? Pile number 2, you're known for being calm, cool, collected, a data gatherer. You process information and communicate factually. And I knew I was going to have a hard time reading that word. What did I write? Oh, linearly. I probably even misspelled it, but you'll never know because I'll tell myself anyways. Pile number 2, you have a calm disposition. You bring all the people that are overstimulated, highly imaginative for a tune-up. One of the logical kind. You're a kindred spirit, kind, an original brainiac as well. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get more information during the shuffle in 3, 2, 1. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you get everything out of it that you are wanting to get. If great information, amusement, whatever, all the things, just know that you're welcome here. And if you're indeed a repeat offender, I'm so grateful to have you here, of course. Pile number 3, you have justice. And you have the 4 of coins. So right off the bat, pile number 3, you are known for being somebody with Penelope. Maybe that's your name. I don't know. Somebody that is really connected with justice, okay? You could work for the justice system, the courts, or have really good judgment. You're somebody that maybe even perhaps you deliver justice, okay? I'm looking at this curtain right back here, and it seems to have an imprint of like a warrior of some kind. And I feel like you could have people on the other side that really help you to regulate things, to balance things out, to really help you to see like who's right and who's wrong. Or you're privy to like information that other people simply do not, okay? Excuse me, that's one thing. Pile number 3. So we have the 4 of coins right here. And it seems to me like, once again, you have like a spirit team or help. You're known for having information that you're not going to tell other people how you got this information. I feel like you could have really long hair, really beautiful hair. You could be very connected to spirit, actually. And any beings that are really divine, like your divine protectors, your mentors, and things like that. I feel like you gain a lot of information, insight, and yet you hold it close to your chest. I feel like, especially when it comes to people around you or situations, right? You are not going to be the one to spill the beans and go, well, this is what I really think about you. You're just going to live your life and let live, but you're going to keep things in mind unless you need it. That sounds really nefarious, but I feel like sometimes this goes back to what I've been feeling for the past 2 months. Simply because you know doesn't mean you need to speak on it. It's not like see something or know something, say something. That's not what this is about. Also, pile number 3, you could be known as somebody who really keeps their emotions close to their chest. And maybe you're somebody who really speaks and communes with spirit and really tries to get a balance of things in order for other people not to be feeling like you're imposing on them or that you're leaning on them or that, I don't know, that they're out of balance. You want to make sure that whatever it is, that it's fair, equitable, and that it's clear and organized. Okay, we're going to get a little bit more information. Pile number 3. You have the Ace of Spades, yeah. I was kind of really distracted a little bit all across the board. I feel like you are somebody who is well known for having passion, vitality, excitement. Like, you will hold things in, but then once you make a judgment, you're going to go after it. And I feel like that level of electricity, because of the way that she's laying here in repose, or she's like, you know, doing fine and detailed things, people don't think that you might be a go-getter kind of a thing, but you're like, I'm waiting for the right time to get whatever it is that you're going to get. Then we have the 3 of coins right here. She looked a little bit sad and kind of like, almost like depressed or dejected. 3 of coins talks, it could be about third party. This could talk about the libido as well. This was giving me Tower energy right here. And it's almost like maybe you were triangulated, or you could be somebody, what you could be known for. Pile number 3, wink, wink, right? We chose 3, here's 3. You could be known as somebody who gets into a third party, or where people like try to triangulate you. I don't feel like you triangulate other people, but I feel like other people want you almost like a trophy kind of a thing. They're like, if I have pile number 3, I mean, then who is against me? Nobody, because I can have the whole world. Instead of seeing that pile number 3, that you're an individual, and that maybe even if they quote have you, that kind of a thing, the mindset should be like, wow, I've got a prize and let's keep it pushing here, instead of like, let me conquer more. It's kind of silly, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. So this could be even talking about that you are somebody who really has to evaluate where you're at in all of your relationships. Is it worth it? Am I giving enough of my time and effort and energy? I'm going to pause. I'm going to recline. I'm going to look, watch, and see other people make moves. And I'm going to wait for a verdict. I'm going to wait until the way is clear. I'm going to wait until there's equanimity or balance in this thing before I proceed. And you could also do this in business, by the way. So you are very balanced, you are very fair, and you are very just in the way that you look at things. So other people actually can have a misconception about you that maybe you're too slow to pull the trigger on things. I mean, whether you're slow or fast, that's like a personal opinion, isn't it? I would think. Also, did I ask you? Is now a good time to ask if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe? I'm sorry, it's super late and it's been a long day. So yeah, but if you could do that for me, that would be great. That would help my channel to grow so I can dedicate more attention to you guys and doing readings that we love, that I love anyways. And also, if you have suggestions, drop those down in the comments below. This idea, by the way, what are you known for? This topic came about by Stella Beauty Tarot. She dropped that reading about 8 days ago, and it really inspired me. So shout out to her. If you haven't been to her channel, you'll absolutely love her reads. Moving on. Yeah, new beginnings and study. This card came out in pile number 2 as well. Maybe you're coming from pile number 2, or you might have a special message in there for you as well. So, new beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the path in which I dwell. And study. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. I'm like, well, good grief. We'd be liking that education, don't we? But with any new beginnings, you're going to study your path. You're going to see what the best way is going to approach it. You're going to see all the intricacies, the ins and outs. You're also going to see all the obstacles and any way that you can make things smoother. You're going to kind of develop a plan and approach to that as well. You're the kind of person that you are known for having an A, B, C, and H plan all through. If this plan fails, you can have this backup. If this plan fails, you have that backup, and then you can integrate these two. So you are not short of ideas, short of focus, and nor are you short of having a plan. You have multiple, in fact. Also, I just saw the number 717 on the camera right now. So number 7 could be quite important to you. Pile number 3, you have Adrian, Mistress of the Labyrinth. Ooh, Mistress. Okay. My soul knows a way, and the only way is through. Oh, the only way out is through. Yeah, I feel like you're not going to be running through things and trying to like bob and weave and escape the maze. Oh, what is that? Wasn't there a movie called The Maze? I saw that with my kid quite a while ago. So you could be somebody who you like puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, anything like that, but you could have a very intricate mind, but you also know that the way through anything, the way through it, wait, the only way out is through it. Hello, Brazil. Apparently I don't know this. Apparently your reader likes to dodge, bob, and weave, but not you. Pile number 3. So you could be somebody just like that movie, even Labyrinth, that could have a special meaning to you. You could really enjoy that movie with David Bowie, right? I watched most of it the other day. Actually, it's been a couple of months, but it was pretty cool. She kept on being led astray, and it seemed like, you know, the scene around her change over and over again. And I feel like that's why you prefer to wait. You don't like your landscape to change. You want to see what's really going on before you make any decisions. My allergies are kicking my butt. So I'm going to have a Benny-Tini after this. Not that you need to know. A Benadryl. It's okay. So Mary Magdalene, the apostle to the apostles. I'm the bridge between heaven and earth. I'm fully human and fully divine. Yes. And yes, you are. I feel like people can see your divinity. I feel like people get inspired about you. You guys are a bunch of smart cookies here. I feel like we have like a lot of brain power coming through all these readings so far, and I love that. It could be a little bit intimidating, but we are just like reading with spirit. We're allowing spirit to do whatever spirit does. And so we're going to get a little bit more about this. Yeah, maybe you can intimidate people inadvertently, simply by your presence, by your silence, by the way that you study, the way that you jump into topics, the way that you seem to know a lot about a lot of things. Okay, what are you known for? I feel like you are she who knows, he who knows. You're known for having a lot of information. Listen, I have to share this with you because a verse came up in my head. One of my friends, she says, knowing is knowledge. And she said it so deeply that it cracked me up, and we howled for like a long time. I thought it was funny. But something about that. So I have that in here because my friend said that, and I thought, what a better way to use that. And it seemed like a good time to use these cards. So what are you known for? Energy never lies. The intuition is a BS detector. Say what you want with words. Your energy already betrayed you. Yeah, you are somebody not to be trifled with. You're not to be lied to. You are not to be like bobbed and weaved. You're not to be like, oh, just figure out my labyrinth here, and then you'll get the prize. You're not having that. I feel like you have a great bullshit detector, and you'll use it. You're not afraid to use it. And people are a little bit afraid of that. They're afraid of you a little bit. A little bit. A little bit scared of you, too. Palette number 3. What are you known for? What are you known for? People are throwing shade at you. Keep in mind, your shadow is super close. Watch who you let near. Not everyone has good intentions. Yeah, so palette number 3, you could know that people, you know, talk about you quite often. They have your name on their lips quite often, and it just, I feel like you're like, okay, well, what else is new? Been there, done that. It gets irritating. But also that you're operating on a whole different level that other people are. And so the fact that they're just busy talking while you're busy doing is kind of comical to you. I feel like you get a lot of information, again, lightning quick. You're regarded highly and respected and often pedestaled. Oh, but you're not necessarily aware of this. Yeah, sometimes people could really like pedestal you, and you're a little bit in your own world, in your own mind. You're getting things done. You're analyzing. You're deducing. You're trying to really have this breakthrough with new beginnings and follow your passions. And you just don't even think about like how people pedestal you or how they think highly of you. Look, this is a wild card. You're a wild card. What is going on with my cards here? Oh. What are you known for? It says grippy Grisel, don't get canceled already. Grippy sock club member. So maybe you have some outlandish ideas, some really wild ideas that people are like, you can't really believe that, can you? And then years go by and you are proven correct. Pile number 3. So I feel like with that, like the sun begins with you. And maybe so what if you have some mental health issues? If you do, you don't necessarily have to. I'm not saying you do. But I mean, are we really at that age where we're going to shame that ridiculousness? Pile number 3, spell work in process, 0 morals or ethics here. So some people think that you are actually casting spells. Look, darlings. This was upside down. I feel like you don't even know. But people around you are really captured by your riz. And you could be like, I don't even know what that is. Your charisma, darling. So people are really captured by your charisma. You could be a star. You could literally like shine and have no idea because you're in your head a lot. You're doing things. You're busy, like, you know, trying to make progress and trying to navigate and maybe even gain cooperation. So pile number 3, karmic cores are a factor. It's time to remove emotions and look at things through patterns and behaviors. That's an L, not a T, even though I wrote a T. So yeah, so you look at patterns, you look at behaviors, you look at baselines, you look at, yeah, I have to show you this one too. I think it's cute. You look at all the warning signs and you're like, that's interesting. They're deviating from their normal. What is going on here? And I feel like pile number 3, you've been able to detect a lot of things. You are known for your BS detector. You are known for zeroing in on things. Even when other people want to call you crazy and gaslight you, whatever, you have spotted the warning signs, the red flags, and you know exactly what time it is because you've long identified what is really going on. So we're going to draw one more card for you and shake the camera to make sure y'all are awake. What are you known for? What is pile number 3 known for? And show me now. The mother of believers. What? Look at her jewelry. You could wear like beautiful jewelry. Your throat chakra could be on fleek. Let me tell you, whenever you speak, people turn and listen. You could be somebody who is slow to speak. But when you do, all eyes are on thee. Maybe that's interesting, highlighting her elbow right here. Maybe it's like when you speak and you could come from like, again, the person who least speaks in the room, but when you say something, everybody gets quiet, they turn around and they stare because, hey, you have spoken. That kind of a thing. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. You could live life with a little bit of sass, a little pep in your step, a little confidence that whenever you're speaking, you are going to be listened to. You are somebody that maybe you can sashay into a room and 1, 2, 3, all eyes on thee. Like something about the number 3, the power of 3. You've got your halos going on right here. Yeah, people see you as like otherworldly and angelic and a little bit untouchable. A lot of it, okay? Because keep in mind that y'all are too smart for your own good. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I have for you. Let me know what you think about this reading. Until next time, namaste.